When we eat fiber, it gives our gut muscles something to push on when eliminating stools, and this helps reduce the risk of hemorrhoids, constipation, colon cancer, and other intestinal problems. Fiber adds moisture to bowel movements for easier stool elimination. Fiber increases insulin sensitivity for the body to use insulin properly to balance blood sugar. The body doesn't easily break down the bonds that connect fiber molecules, and fiber passes through the digestive system without being digested or absorbed. The types of fibers are dietary fibers that are indigestible parts of plant skeleton, like leaves, stems, and seeds. Functional fiber are non-digestible carbohydrates that are extracted from plants or manufactured in laboratories. They are added into foods used in fiber supplements. Cellulose, gum, pectin, and psyllium are functional fibers. Total fiber is the sum of dietary and functional fiber. There's also soluble and insoluble fibers. Soluble fiber has a slow breakdown process in the digestion and helps not to spike blood glucose levels. If you ate sugar without fiber, it will spike blood sugar. Vice versa, if you ate sugar with fiber, it won't spike blood glucose as fast. Soluble fiber slows down the absorption of glucose from food into the bloodstream. Soluble fiber dissolves in water and are viscous, forming a gel when wet and fermentable, becoming easily digested by bacteria in the colon. When soluble fibers are digested, bacteria in the colon produce short-chain fatty acids that can lower LDL cholesterol, helping blood circulation for healthy blood vessels and arteries. Eating soluble fiber has been linked to the reduced risk of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease by lowering blood cholesterol and blood glucose levels. Soluble fibers include pectins, gums, and mucilages. Pectins are found in the cell walls and intercellular tissues of many fruits and berries. Pectins can be isolated and used to thicken foods like yogurt and jelly. Gums are isolated from seeds and used as gelling, thickening, and stabilizing agents. Gum is a common gum used as a food additive. Mucilages are used as food stabilizers. Psyllium from psyllium husk and carrageenan from seaweed are examples of mucilages. Insoluble fiber assists in passing food through the stomach and the intestines quickly for better regular bowel movements, alleviating constipation. Insoluble fibers don't really dissolve in water and are usually non-viscous and aren't fermented by bacteria in the colon. Insoluble fibers include lignins, cellulose, and hemicellulose. Lignins are non-carbohydrate forms of fiber. Lignins are found in brands, like the outer husk of grains like wheat, oats, and rye. Lignins are also found in plant cell walls, like carrots, berries, and the seeds of fruits. Flax seeds have lignins in them too. Cellulose is the main structural component of plant cell walls. Cellulose is found in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and legumes. It is used in thickening and texturizing foods. Hemicellulose are found in plant cell walls and surround cellulose. They are found in whole grains and vegetables and are used in cereal fibers. Hemicelluloses can be insoluble, while some are soluble too. There are varying amounts of both soluble and insoluble fiber in many plant foods, so it's great to eat a wide variety of different plant foods. Some examples of fiber-rich foods you can eat, starting with fruits, are cantaloupe, apples, oranges, grapes, mangoes, watermelons, and gooseberries. For vegetables, you can eat carrots, green onions, celery, radish, and cilantro. For starchy vegetables, you can eat sweet potatoes, cassava, yams, and taro. For grains, you can eat oatmeal, whole wheat, rice, and buckwheat. For nuts, you can eat walnuts, pecans, chestnuts, and hazelnuts. For legumes, you can eat almonds, peanuts, a variety of different beans like pinto beans, black beans, kidney beans. You can eat chickpeas and lentils. And for seeds, you can eat pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Eating fiber-rich foods maintains satiation longer too, since it slows down digestion, reducing the feelings of hunger. What happens if you don't eat fiber? If you don't eat fiber, it will lead to constipation and longer stools. You will notice that you're tired too. When food is being digested, some of our blood leaves the muscles to assist with digestion. There's blood already in the digestive system, but blood flow increases to that area as you eat a meal or eat lots of food. Blood carries nutrients from the small intestines to other areas of the body. If blood is in the digestion for a while attempting to help digest food, it may result in symptoms of low energy and bloating. Digestive conditions like diverticulosis or diverticulitis can occur on low fiber intake, where small bulging pouches occur in the wall of the colon, or inflammation and infection in the small pouches of the digestive tract happens. Eating fiber-rich foods will help keep you on the correct trajectory to enhanced health.